This is a global coup d'etat by the most evil cabal of people on the planet in the history of mankind. And if it is not stopped in the very near future, they will win. That's what's at stake, control of the world. They're putting eggs in people's bodies. If you didn't see yesterday's True News, you need to watch it. It's an egg that hatches into a synthetic parasite and grows inside your body. This is like a sci-fi nightmare, and it's happening in front of us.
That is like a sci-fi nightmare. I think he means alien. I think he's referring to alien there. I love that instantly. That's Rick Wiles, by the way, preacher at a Florida church. So he's just basically preaching, what the good Bible says about synthetic parasites and eggs and vaccines and all that. He's anti-vaccine. Did you know that? He is in fact anti-vaccine. He also had COVID in June. Weird. I thought he would have dodged it. He's so responsible. He was infected just weeks after he said that he will not be taking any of the available vaccines as they were being used to commit genocide. In fact, afterward, he said, this was a full frontal hit from hell on your True News family. Because Jesus Christ lives in us, we shall live too. Your prayers needed for the above family members and team. Thanks to Jesus Christ, I survived the CCP COVID genocide of the American people. I want to also give credit to Jesus Christ for getting him through the COVID that he allowed him to get. Mysterious ways and all that. But anyway, that was for me in practice watching that video. Two things. One, as Sophie pointed out to us, he had very broad shoulder pads. It was like watching one of the Goombas in the Mario Brothers movie from the 80s. But also it was very much the Vince McMahon thing, the meme, where the first one is like, oh, the vaccine's fake. And then he gets a little bit more excited for a global cable. And then, oh my God, there's eggs. Oh, synthetic parasites! It just keeps getting more intense.
He's wearing that jacket that looks like in old cartoons where they obviously just like cut out a hole in the character's jacket and have a plaid behind it where they move and the plaid pattern stays the same as they're like moving all around. Also, these guys are fantastic. You're right. He definitely the giant shoulders. Is there something about that mesmerizes people into submission? And then also, like, you gotta love that the place is so not true that the word "true" is misspelled. Like it's TRU, and if you believe that spells true, you'll believe anything. So you're at the right place. It's kind of like a self-selecting audience of people.
Exactly. No, continue. What's up?
It's just like that closed loop of stupidity where they're like, did you see that thing? Can you believe what they're showing on the news? It's our channel. We did it. We lied to you. But can you believe the way we lied to you? Yeah. If you can, well then stick around because we got more where that came from.
Where's the like? Why don't we see the photos of the parasite? Like, where's the ultrasound of the parasite? No, because every single doctor is in on it. I get it. Okay, man, they're just like it's difficult. I think there's a lot of crazy people making a lot of crazy content. If you want to stand out and be able to own a private jet and stuff, you got to get real crazy. And I think he's doing a pretty good job there. I would like to point out in 2019, he said that a Jewish cabal was attempting to impeach then President Donald Trump, just so you understand who he is politically. It's not just global cabals. It's not just eggs and vaccines. It's anti-Semitism as well. By the way, in January 2020, he said COVID-19 was God's way of punishing China for having a godless communist government. Oops. Anyway, I guess he basically hit everyone. So he seems to hate a lot of types of governments. Maybe it's not about the governments. Maybe it's about germs, but maybe that's not as exciting as his theory. I don't know. By the way, some people have been having fun online with this. Mike V tweeted, "This is 100% my mate had his second dose and look what happened to him." And you can see he's getting the same reference.
Not again.
And not again. Baby. Elliot says, wait, so am I going to be Venom or Magneto? I'd like to know, please. Yeah, wait, so are the parasites magnetic? Because that would be an easy way to find them in the body, one would think. These people are insane, but let's bear in mind they have large audiences. This is not, we talk about this for a little bit of fun and games, but it isn't fundamentally fun and games. People listen to him and they get sick and die. Some right-wing preachers have gotten sick and died, but far more from their flock have. And so he's doing this for money, but there's a wake of bodies falling behind him.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.